I just wanted to make a quick comment about some of the highest levers of your time. So you can think about this. This is an idea that was taken from Dan Martell. I'm in his coaching group, but it originally came from Todd Herman, who was a coach of mine, brilliant coach, now teaches the 90-day year. And in this idea, you have this basically 4 buckets of time here, and we'll go through each one is $10 an hour, 100 an hour, 500 an hour, and 5,000 an hour. The first two are working in the business. So these tasks would be junior administrative tasks, social media posting, messing around with graphics, invoicing, customer service, answering, writing emails, administrative tasks, writing blog posts. You could say someone like Rand Fishkin, who's gets a lot of um, writes a lot of good content. I'm sure he does that writing. He would argue here that maybe he would put it down here. If that's your skill, then absolutely you could move that down here. But for the most part, you can get really good blog posts written for, something in the 10, maybe 100 an hour, depending on your business. Research, I can get great research done, list building, watching training videos, things like that. So these are absolutely the first things when you come to the dad. These are the first things that should be delegated, or in some cases automated. If you can list build for automate, things like that. So then moving down, still working in the business, 100 an hour. So doing sales demos for your coaching course or your SaaS, designing good designers. This is a good designer. So same with developing code. I mean, there's some guys that can code, for simple tasks that would be down in this region here. So absolutely, if you're a developer and you're building a business, you should probably be leading the team, and really only developing code on parts that are really important. So building web assets, that would be like building funnels, research on growing the business. This is moving more into strategy. Anytime you get to strategy, you're going to be down in the on the business, working on the business. Um, SEO work, building web assets again, that's listed twice, but you can see that that's probably in the same bucket. Writing a book, arguably could be ghostwritten, but if you want to write the book, depending on how serious you are about having that book become a bestseller and having your name on it, writing a book is a lot of work. It can be financially rewarding, but the time is probably in this 100 an hour. So creating FB ads, managing PPC. Now, notice I say creating when you're talking about like strategy. That's probably going to move in here. So strategy call with mentors. You could have like strategy calls with your Facebook ads manager or your marketing manager, and that would probably fall into this. So, reviewing contracts, obviously, that's important. Making real estate investments, investigating, purchasing real estate, or you're going to look at a warehouse or office space that's probably in this range. Closing the large accounts, client retention. So anytime the founder usually is in this customer relationship. I mean, as a founder, I'm always knowing what's going on with my large customers. I want to be friendly with them, speaking with them once a month. Webinars, doing those webinars, building those. Hiring is very important, obviously, because you're offloading. So these are probably the items that you should actually be doing. Um, so if you're in your dad time tracker, your dad tracker, you should be probably spending most of your time, if you can, in this region here, and especially here if you can get. It's hard to work on these all the time, but certainly this is very worthwhile. So again, we have speaking arrangements. Some people get paid 20,000, to speak more. So setting up JVs or affiliates, one JV deal could be worth 90,000 or something. So that's definitely worth your time. Um, Working on recruiting again, any time that you can get an A-list employee to help out and start even getting them to take over these 100 an hour, and even some of these is well worth your time. Obviously, at 5,000 an hour. Offsite time meetings. Interesting that both Dan and Todd said that offsite meetings very important. But if you think about it, you're going. You have a 2-3 day offsite team meeting, and you discuss a strategy. Implementing that strategy could double your revenue in a year. So that's definitely well worth your time doing that. So think about, um, talking about paid traffic strategy as well. Investing, obviously, if you, one of the things that I've implemented in my company is using Ethereum as a reserve currency instead of US dollars or pounds. And that's worked out very well. Obviously, if I can hold convert cash to Ethereum, and Ethereum's going up, then it's going to be a company asset, and then real estate research and purchasing. So these are just some ideas I wanted to mention so that you can think about getting out of these where you work in the business and start working on the business down in this more region. So I hope you found that useful.